Hi, I'm Jeff D'Alvia from OPSWAT, and today we're here to talk about protecting critical infrastructure. So, what is critical infrastructure? Well, think about your power plants, your water treatment facilities, or anything that an organization deems to be critical for it to operate. With that said, OPSWAT protects both IT and OT, and we stand by a trust no file and trust no device philosophy. Our comprehensive platform in both IT and OT shares some very similar features, such as our patented technology called CDR, which stands for Content, Disarm, and Reconstruct. This removes things like macros and executables within a file, essentially taking the file apart, cleaning it, and putting it back together. Also, proactive data loss prevention, which can protect or redact any sensitive data, such as credit card numbers, social security numbers, really anything that you can write in regular expressions. Not to mention, OPSWAT partners with over 30 different antivirus vendors to provide multi-scanning to ensure that files are clean of threats. Now, let's move over to our OT stack, starting with our Neuralizer product. This is our discovery, inventory, and asset management solution. This is going to allow you to see everything in the OT network. So if a device is plugged in, you're going to be able to be alerted and also get a picture of it so your team can locate and react accordingly. Moving down, you're going to see some HMIS, PLCs, and an engineering workstation that monitors everything. Our OT Fuse is an IDS, IPS as a last line of defense for PLCs. So, if anything compromised the network, this device is going to block those commands from happening, ensuring that your water treatment facility isn't going to receive 5 times the chlorine being dumped into the supply. So, let's talk about the files coming into the OT environment. OPSWAT has a kiosk to my right, which can be a physical device, software deployed on your own device, or even this small tablet here. The kiosk here is to protect removable media to ensure that those files and threats are not having any vulnerabilities coming into the network. We understand that facilities also might have a no removable media policy, and this is where OPSWAT's unidirectional gateway called NetWall comes into play, allowing for a one-way transfer. Not to mention, maybe you're transferring those files over to a secure storage solution like our Vault, which allows users to get easy access to receiving those files because they get a code directly from our kiosk. Well, what about the USBs that are coming into the network that you still want to utilize? Well, we offer a media validation agent, which can be a USB firewall and ensure USBs have been checked by OPSWAT kiosk before entering the network. So, what about the contractors that have laptops? That's a great question. Our MetaDefender Drive solution is a USB stick that checks laptops by booting it up the device, scanning with AV engines, checking vulnerabilities, the country of origin. It's basically ensuring the device is up to your standard before coming onto the network. Now, let's take a step over to the IT side. One of today's top vectors is still email security. Our email security can not only check for just attachments, we offer a phishing defense for malicious links. Now, there's also a lot of files coming into the IT side, and that can be through web portals, customer-facing portals, but here at OPSWAT, we can integrate via ICAP, API, even a storage bucket like S3 or Azure. OPSWAT's going to protect those files in transit and when they're at rest. So maybe you want to scan those files in that storage bucket later because you got new definitions, you're able to do so. Now, that was a lot about files. So you must be thinking, Jeff, you mentioned that we shouldn't trust devices. Well, you shouldn't, unless you have Meta Access. Meta Access checks for device compliance before it can gain access, whether that's an internal or external device. Compliance is completely custom to you. You can check for things such as unwanted programs and have them removed. Enforce multi-factor authentication. Make sure that the antivirus is deployed and up to date with its definitions. So to conclude, no matter what type of critical infrastructure, OPSWAT's here to make sure that our solutions are a fit for you. We understand what you guys need to do, and that's why we offer an IT and OT platform. Thank you. And to reach out, email insidesales@opswat.com.